Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So, day two, or actually the first day. um, yeah, so I think we're still all feeling the effects and still pondering the decision behind Tesla and Elon and his cryptic tweet in terms of stopping Bitcoin payments for Teslas. So today I'm going to reveal why I think this one particular reason is the real reason why they decided to make that decision. I think there's a lot of people that is speculating on what Tesla may be planning, if this is some kind of marketing ploy, or there's some other kind of agenda going on. Are they being forced to do this? Well, I think I found a real reason. So I'm going to share with you guys what that is. And of course, talk about what's going on. Of course, also we have Cardano, which is really hot today. So I'm going to discuss if it has to do with Elon's decision or Tesla's decision or something else. And of course, let's talk about what else is going on today. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams every day, 11:30 and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. All right. Man, there's a lot of people in here already. A lot of you guys are looking for answers. What is going on? Is this the end of the bull market? Has Elon just killed Bitcoin? Well, let's take a look. Right now, Bitcoin is under 50,000. It was holding above 50,000 pretty good until it decided to come down. It utilizes 48.8 as a support. Just like last time, just like last night when Bitcoin kind of dipped below, it utilized it, came back up. This morning, it did that again, and right now it looks like it may want to do that, and that's because any company that's related to Bitcoin right now in the markets, and I'm talking about stock markets, getting hammered. So there is still a lot of volatility going on, still a lot of selling pressure right now, and it just doesn't seem like it's relieving at this point. But I'll get to that in a little bit. Don't be panicking. Don't be fearful. I will get to it a little bit, but right now, this is not time to be panicking. Okay, so besides Bitcoin, you look at the overall market, it has come down. It has come down quite a bit. Although here's the kicker, and here's the good thing. Bitcoin dominance is still very low at 41.5%. Okay, and you have altcoins like Cardano that is still rallying despite the fact that Bitcoin has come down. And you look at the global market cap is down 6.5% compared to Bitcoin's 10%. So if you're an altcoin holder, especially let's say if you're a holder of Polkadot or Cardano, you're gaining on Bitcoin right now. So not every project is panic selling right now, and that's good because it shows retail investors, you guys that have been paying attention to me and my stream, you guys are holding strong and you're taking advantage of an opportunity to buy the dips, dollar cost average hold, right? In a bear market, basically any dip, in a bull market, any dip is a buying opportunity. So a lot of you guys are taking advantage. Obviously, that is why we're still seeing greens. But if you look at the overall market cap, 2.25 trillion, that is still higher than, say, a few weeks ago. So this is not a total disaster, but of course, a big curveball, just something out of left field that, you know what? I'm going to try to explain. So this is obviously what I'm talking about from last night. You guys saw this cryptic kind of tweet came out talking about, Bitcoin mining is using fossil fuels like coal, which is bad. And you know what? Tesla's not going to accept Bitcoin anymore as a payment for Teslas. But he did say he's not selling any Bitcoin and he's going to look at other cryptocurrencies. Okay, so this morning, he did follow up with that because many, including myself, thought maybe his account got hacked or something. Like this, maybe this is not real. But it turned out it was because you can't pay, with Bitcoin anymore on Tesla's website. So this morning, he responded with this energy usage trend over the past few months. So even though energy usage is going up, that doesn't explain the FUD that he believed in, which is that most of Bitcoin mining is done with dirty power like coal, right? So now there's many people, including Anthony Pompliano and others, and Michael Saylor have chimed in, and it just seemed like Elon got his information wrong. Or did he? Or is this planned all along? Is there another agenda to this? Okay, maybe. Well, first I want to say that CZ reposted this video. Michael Saylor went on, I don't know, Kitco, another stream. And he went on and talked about, this was before, he's not responding to Elon, but he was responding to Bill Maher's, his piece on HBO about, Bitcoin's energy usage and stuff like that. And see, that Michael Saylor, he does his research. So he found out that the world produces 160,000 terawatt hours of energy per year. And about a third of that, 50,000 is wasted. Okay? It's just not used at all. Yeah, Bitcoin only uses about 120 terawatts. So 120 terawatts is only a few percentage points of the total that is wasted. Even if you took Bitcoin out of existence and there was no more mining, you still had that 50,000 that's wasted per year. But still, these kind of figures, no one pays attention to because people want to bring down Bitcoin. Because there's really nothing else bad you could say about Bitcoin. There is no narrative that can be used to take down Bitcoin besides, its energy usage is more than countries and it's dirty and this and that. No one talks about how much energy is used to mine gold. No one talks about how much energy is used to power all the banks and Wall Street. No one cares, but somehow they care about energy usage of Bitcoin. But here's the real reason. I think this is the real reason. Okay, without delaying much further here, Tesla seeks entry into U.S. renewable fuel credit market. I believe this is the reason why. Okay, Tesla Inc. is seeking to enter multi-billion-dollar U.S. renewable credit market, hoping to profit from Biden's administration's march towards new zero-emission goals. Two sources familiar with the matter said. The electric car maker is one of at least 8 companies with a pending application at the EPA tied to power generation and renewable credits. Okay, the EPA produced a list of pending applications with some details, but not company names. So, bottom line is, Tesla wants to get credit. Okay, and this credit from the Biden administration is worth billions upon billions upon billions of dollars. Because Biden does want, his administration and himself wants to go green energy. This is a lot of people already knew this. And Tesla wants a piece of that pie. The billions that will be handed out to manufacturers that meet EPA requirements or meet the requirements of this energy credit. Okay, Tesla obviously, in my opinion, being a full EV company, it makes sense that they would apply for this, and it makes sense that even they're granted this. But I do think that they're afraid because they're so involved with Bitcoin, and now they're taking Bitcoin, right, as a payment for Teslas, that this may hurt their chances. I honestly think this makes a lot of sense. I think that they've stopped it because then they can at least say, you know what, we hold Bitcoin as a reserve currency, but we're not going to accept new Bitcoin. So, it's not really relevant anymore. I mean, you could argue it's not relevant at all, but maybe the EPA or the administration will say, well, no, you're still accepting Bitcoin, so that's bad, right? But, still the irony of this is no one talks about the cost to mine, raw materials to produce lithium batteries, right? No one talks about that. There's been numerous reports, even before EVs were popular, about hybrids. You know how Toyota was revolutionizing hybrids, right? No one talked about the fact that it destroyed it. To produce the batteries to go into hybrid cars, we're destroying the world much faster than just pollution. They were not doing the world a favor. It was just like more of a marketing ploy. Right? So no one pays attention to those kind of things. They just want to, they only pay attention. Yeah, I save fuel with a hybrid car or EV car, right? But no one thinks about, what it takes to produce those batteries and other components to the car. So again, I don't know. I don't know. This whole thing just irritates me. It pissed me off last night. I think you guys could tell. It doesn't piss me off today. I've calmed down, but it still irritates me that, that this happened. Now, there's another theory that people are going around. Pomp even said it this morning that, hey, maybe Tesla is doing this on purpose so that they could come out with a solar-powered Bitcoin miner or something like that. Obviously they're in solar, they're in green energy, they have battery packs, and maybe they're going to come out with some new efficient way to mine Bitcoin. And this is how they're going to do it. By first saying, oh, you know what? Most Bitcoin miners are using coal, but we're going to come out with a green solution, right? But this is not the way to do it. It's just so wrong on so many levels. And from a personal level, he just lost basically every single Bitcoin holder out there. He just became an enemy of Elon. I mean, and not only that, the SEC is probably going to investigate him based on his tweet. I mean, that could be seen as market manipulation, right? Even though Tesla does still own Bitcoin. So I don't know how they're going to view that, but still, it definitely made a big dent with the market. And you know what? I was thinking about it. I was putting one and one together. You know how right now the SEC is looking at Bitcoin ETFs, right? And I thought we were past the point where there's basically nothing they could say in terms of approving a Bitcoin ETF because the world has adopted it, companies have adopted it, even Canada approved ETFs. But now they could utilize this as a weapon and say, well, if one person has this much power and can drive Bitcoin down with a single tweet, right, then we're not going to approve this, right? So this gives the SEC more ammunition also, if you think about it, in terms of market manipulation and how Bitcoin's too volatile, it's not mature enough and this and that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff. It's just so wrong with this situation. And you know what? It's just not good. But with that said, Bitcoin will get past it. Bitcoin will get past it. It always has. Every single FUD, every single negative thing that have been said about Bitcoin has shrugged off and continued higher. So this bull market, this bull cycle has not ended. Elon has not ended it yet. Okay? It is going to continue. This is simply a small setback. And the strategy is still the same. In a bull market, especially a bull market, you buy things low and you sell high, right? And whenever there's opportunities to buy low, like right now and yesterday, that's what you do. You take advantage. You buy things that are low, they're bargain buys, right? And you hold for gains, for hefty gains that will come. All right, and I'm going to get to Cardano in a little bit, but I did want to show you guys this. Today, the stock market is actually rallying. Yesterday, due to inflation fears, the Dow, S&P, NASDAQ, everything was down, right? But guess what's not up? Tesla. Like I said yesterday, Tesla's not going to be up today, and they're down 3% because this puts into question whether or not Elon is making rational decisions at this point. Billionaire short, Matt, thank you for that. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But, and then also here, besides Tesla, look at Coinbase. Coinbase is down 7%. You could feel the heat on Bitcoin right now. Riot Blockchain, a miner, down 17% today. 17%. And not just today. You look at the overall month. I mean, if you're holding on a Riot or Mara, I mean, you're getting devastated. And same thing with MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is down nearly 9% today. Look at this steep drop. And look at the past 3 months' performance. Just nothing but down. Wall Street is hammering on Bitcoin and Bitcoin invested companies or related companies. And again, this decision by Tesla and Elon is having adverse effect. I mean, it's pretty broad. And this is on a day where the Dow and NASDAQ and S&P is flying. almost 400 points for Dow. And even tech is strong today. And this is coming a day where everything is strong, yet Coinbase stock is down 7%, and Riot is down 17%, and MicroStrategy is down 9%. Speaking of MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor, I can't imagine. He must be taking a lot of heat right now. Among Bitcoiners, he's like the next Jesus, right? But among shareholders, I gotta say, his shareholders must be giving him some heat. Because look at this. Michael Saylor, of course, decided to purchase more Bitcoin, 15 million, but he purchased it when it was at 55,387. So he bought 271 million more, 271 Bitcoins at 15 for 15 million at average price of 55,387. And I know if you average out everything that he has acquired, it's still very low at 24,403. But recently, all his purchases has been coming up on top. So as soon as he made this purchase, he already kind of lost money there, right? But Michael Saylor is a true holder. This is what we want to see. He's dollar cost averaging in a long haul. He has done very, very, very well. But, his stock is getting hammered and hammered and hammered and hammered, right? So I wonder what kind of heat he's feeling from the shareholders. Because MicroStrategy, I don't even know if there's a business intelligence, company anymore. He's all about Bitcoin. It's a sole Bitcoin company now. This is the only reason why they went up in the first place. So yeah, I think he's probably facing some heat, but we'll see. Michael Saylor seems like he's gonna hold on no matter what, and that's what we want to see in the Bitcoin world. All right, now let's talk about Cardano. Of course, you can't ignore Cardano on a day like today when things are going down and things seem to be escalating a little bit because Bitcoin just went down to 48,700 and looks like it wants to bounce off of here. So yeah, let's see if it holds and keeps bouncing or if it's going to go lower. Let's see what happens. So the overall market cap, you can see, has gone down a little bit more. I just started a stream at 6.7 or 6.5. Now it's down to 10%. However, the one winner right now still is Cardano. Closing in, it was at $1.90. It was a little bit higher actually. And it's the number 4. It continues to move up. So is this effect of the Elon effect, or is this something else? So I was researching. So this is coming up. This could be the driver, or it could be Elon. But Cardano, of course, everyone is waiting for Goguen or smart contracts to be done. So they are preparing for the Alonzo testnet, which will basically implement smart contracts. So this is coming up. It's supposed to come up before the end of the month. It should be pretty soon. So this could be a big driver of it. But I do think it's more of because if you look on Tesla, if you look on Twitter, what are the trending topics is Cardano. And I do think there's a big effect because of what Elon said, looking for a blockchain that takes like less than 1% of Bitcoin's current energy usage. So a lot of people are thinking, well, it has to be Cardano. It just makes sense. Even though any proof of stake coin out there utilizes less than 1% of Bitcoin's, mining energy, but people are looking at Cardano. So I think this is the driver, but you could argue it's Alonzo testnet or it's a combination of both. But I did see someone post this, and this is pretty impressive in terms of the ecosystem, in terms of the projects that wants to build on top of Cardano as soon as smart contracts is implemented, or ones that plans on moving over or integrating. It's quite impressive. And it's not even done yet, right? So there is a lot of anticipation. Once smart contracts is done, all these dApps, like things that are carrying Ethereum right now, like DeFi being so hot, even NFTs, they don't exist on Cardano yet, or they're not operational, I should say. If they are, it could definitely be a huge thing. And I like to announce that I finally did FOMO into Cardano. I didn't FOMO in. I bought a little bit. So yesterday when the Cardano was still in the 160s and everything else was low too, I'm like, okay, this is about as good as opportunities I'm going to go get. So I did buy some Cardano. Not as much as I like because I want to see where the market goes, but I did buy some. So just so you guys know. All right, so Bitcoin, man, is not looking good right now. Well, let's see if it can bounce back, because this is gonna be a critical point, just like last time. I mean, yesterday night we did go below and then quickly bounced back, but today the onslaught on Bitcoin related companies, you could just see it with Tesla, Coinbase, Riot, and MicroStrategy. There's just a ton of selling pressure on Bitcoin right now. So that's why I think we're seeing what we're seeing. But let's see if Bitcoin can come back today. If not, regardless, it's a buying opportunity. It definitely is a buying opportunity, especially with the overall market cap coming down. And you could see a lot of these are way in the red. So buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. All right, before I get in Q&A, wow, 13,000 people tuned in. Smash up the like, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you guys caught most of that. If you didn't catch the reason, scroll back a little bit. Before I get in Q&A, new sponsor today. One project that you guys have heard of before, very hyped up project before, and now they are active on exchanges at least, and that is Studentcoin. Studentcoin, a project created by students, sounds a lot like Facebook, started by university students, and they're all over the place. But basically, this project allows you or organizations or schools to come out with their own tokens, specifically DeFi tokens and NFTs, the two hottest things in crypto right now. So according to them, they have over 150,000 users, basically students, mostly students from across 500 universities and 36 countries. That's why it's called Studentcoin, because it was created by students, and it's really for students, but it's really not, because if you understand what they're trying to do, it's not just for students, it's for universities, it's for organizations, it could be for companies, it's basically anything. It's a way to raise funding with the tokens, and also a way to participate in decision making. That's the two premise that they're trying to go for, right? And that is really in a nutshell what Studentcoin is. And of course, they have a breakup of where all the universities are, right? They have just listed on KuCoin. So those of you guys are on KuCoin, you can buy it on KuCoin, but it's also available on Uniswap and BitHum, and this kind of gives you a little bit more. They are a work in progress. They are definitely a work in progress, but they are working at many things that will come out in Q3 of this year. They actually, according to the roadmap, they started in 2017. But looking at this is just like a preview of their terminal, okay? What it's going to look like in terms of you designing your own token and how easy it could be to create it. So this is what the terminal will look like. This is coming out in Q3 according to them. This is the exchange. After you create a token, they have their own exchange that you can trade on. So you could see ratings, you could see reviews, you could trade from one token to another. Obviously, you can make money that way. So this exchange will also come out in Q3. They also have an educational panel, just like a learning center in terms of getting people into crypto and Bitcoin and others. So this will also be coming out. And finally, you can stake your student coin as a governance token so that you can make decisions on what the project does in the future. So this is pretty standard. So this is everything that Studentcoin is, and there's a lot of things coming out in Q3 of 2021. So if you're interested, check out their website. Their URL is in my description of this video. All right, let's do some Q&A, guys. Let's do some Q&A. All right, we'll scroll up. There's a lot of people in here. So, Shelfnansky says the true hedge against inflation right now is cryptocurrencies. I still believe that. I do believe that. This is still the reason why so many people are getting into Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. There still will be volatility, but if you compare it to everything else, there's not a whole lot of things that are really hedging against inflation, right? Adam asked me about what are my thoughts on BPro. I think they're a small, promising project. I've interviewed Rue before, And I think he's ambitious young guy. So yeah, I know that they're, BitBoy's been promoting a lot that they're going to partner up with them. And supposedly, I don't know what the details are, but I think they're promising. I think they're promising. I recall, Keiju asked, I recall you saying that Stellar's okay. I perceive them as the next step above Western Union and PayPal with their transaction fees. What do you think they excel at? I mean, they're a fast chain and low speeds. If you want to transfer between exchanges, Stellar is a great coin to do it with. But they're very similar to XRP, so you could argue that XRP can also do the same thing. And there's many others that's in the same realm. Stellar's really not concentrating right now on any dApps. They're more like just a currency that you could use, and I just don't hear a lot of people talk about it. JLC, thank you. How do you think about adding more? What do you think? How do you feel about adding more VET at 70 cents? Anytime VET is down, I think it's a good buying opportunity. VET is going to go much higher. I love that project. So yeah, right now being down 20%, I would say it's a pretty good buying opportunity. Phoenix Flow, I don't have any opinion on Phoenix Flow. Have I talked about Telcoin? No. I have. Telcoin, I've been waiting for a dip. And right now we're seeing that because Telcoin has been so hot. It actually outperformed. Where is it? I don't even see it anymore. Maybe I passed it. It outperformed even Dogecoin in terms of growth for the last 3 months. It's pretty amazing. So Telcoin, here we go. So Telcoin, right now wouldn't be a bad buy because it's down 22% for the day, but it's only down 2% for the week. Kind of shows you their tremendous growth. But I think Telcoin right now could be a good pickup. What else is there? Welcome to Cardano community. Let's get a stake. Yeah. I don't know if I want to stake or not. I traditionally don't stake at all. So, Ali asked about Solana. Should I sell Solana to buy Cardano? No, you probably don't want to do that. Solana is really strong too. Yesterday, it hardly moved. So, it's better to be diversified and try to guess, like, which one should I be into? Should I sell this and get into this, and that? You're usually going to make a mistake that way. It's better to just have both. Okay, that way you're covered. If one pumps, great. Another one pumps, great. If they both pump, great, right? But if you're trying to go like, oh, I'm selling out Solana for Cardano, and Cardano stops and Solana pumps, then you're like, oh, I got to sell it back for Solana, and you don't want to do that. Most often, you just go lose more by doing so. The mood point, you and Rand are my main men in crypto universe. Thank you. No, thank you for that. I probably will go on his show a lot more in the future. He really wants me on all the time. Well, I'm like, hey, I got my own show to run too. Nano pumped right after market tanked after Elon tweet. Do you think? I mean, that's probably why people are anticipating that something like Nano could be used. I mean, there's you gotta realize there's two things that's going on. There's two things that they're looking for. Number one is if you want to store value, because a lot of these tech companies have a whole bunch of cash, and they realize that the buying power of that cash decreases over time, and you don't want to really hold that much cash. So you have to do something to drive value. Either you give it back as a dividend, or you invest, into a different company, you buy out a company, or you could put it into Bitcoin. And you want something that will do better than cash in the long run, right? And Bitcoin is the new narrative. It's the store value that not only holds the value, but also goes up. So, you can't utilize like Nano or Dogecoin for that reason. It just long term, it doesn't make sense. But if you're talking about a crypto to be used for transactions only, not to be held, right? Then say something like Nano would make sense, or Dogecoin would make sense, because you're just utilizing it as a payment mechanism. So you have to look at it that way. But you could also utilize Bitcoin for buying Teslas too. There's nothing wrong with that. Cake has been a downtrend last few weeks. Think we'll see a pump back up. Yeah, Cake is not going to go away anytime soon. They had some hiccups yesterday. I don't know if it's Cake or BSC. There was a lot of congestion and so forth. But today seems like it got better. What do you think about Bitmart? Never heard of it before. Why wouldn't Musk and Hoskinson work together? They seem to have similar goals. I think there's probably too much ego between the two of them. Charles Hoskinson has a tremendous ego. I think in any room he feels like he's the smartest guy. So I don't know how it would work if he's working with Elon, because he'll probably tell Elon how to run Tesla and SpaceX. So I don't know. If they adopted Cardano, there's no problem with that. But I have a hard time seeing the two work together, to be honest. Can you double check? There's an article to be distributed about Binance under investigation by U.S. government. It's a new article. That's an old thing. Just don't worry about it. Binance.com doesn't operate in the U.S. anymore. This is the whole point of it. And Binance.us is heavily regulated with KYC. So even if it's true, they're going to be fine. OMG doing great things. Brand new Stanford team. Optimistic roll-ups. Layer 2. I mean, OMG has been around for a while as a layer 2. So they've been hanging around, doing well. Polygon or Matic kind of stole their thunder. But yeah, we'll see. Ethereum still is at a mercy right now of layer 2s and EVM compatible chains, right? So OMG could definitely take a lot of that traffic away. Safe haven, I'm not a fan of. It's like passing on your crypto to your loved ones once you pass away. I would not trust any crypto company to do that. Just if you have a substantial amount of crypto that you go pass on, just go with a traditional custodian. That would actually really do it. Litecoin, are we ever going to hit all-time high? Well, you know what? Litecoin was doing well. That's why I said it was a turning point for Litecoin until this happened. Until obviously this happened, and it definitely shows you that Litecoin is not as strong as Bitcoin, but they definitely can turn around. A lot of projects that were high-flying have turned around. So again, the best way to look at it, it's a buying opportunity. It gives you more opportunity to accumulate as we continue this bull run. And yes, this bull run will continue. No, the bull run did not end because of Elon, right? We'll go through this. We'll see volatility. We'll see plenty of this. This happened in 2017 too. A lot of FUD, a lot of things that happened, and Bitcoin still continue on, and it will continue on. Energy Web token. Obviously, why do you think it's pumping, right? Because people think that, a project like that's supposed to help people with energy and save energy with energy trading and so forth, right? But and there's rumors that somehow Solar City, which is now part of Tesla, is somehow involved with that project. I heard rumors about that, but I don't think any of that's true. Should I buy this dip? Buy anytime it's down. It could be a good buy opportunity. But remember, anything that when the market comes down, it could always go down more, right? So what you want to do is if you go take advantage, spread out your buys. Doesn't matter if you have 5,000, 50,000, anywhere in between or more. If you go buy in, just spread out just in case. So spread out, like let's say 4 ways, 5 ways. So right now, definitely looks like a good buying opportunity. You could take 1/5 of your allocation and put it in. Okay, if it does hover for a while and continues to go up, okay, that's great. At least you got in a little bit. But if it continues to go down, you wait, say another 5% or 10%, and you could buy another sliver. And then you wait, and you could buy another sliver. Because people always say, hey, George, I run out of money. That's because you're too aggressive. Sprout your buys. Make sure you spread it out so you don't go all in at once, so you can take advantage of further buying opportunities if it continues. So that's the best way to do it. Best way to do it. Should I buy Space Save Mars? It's funny you make fun of that because someone just poached me on this new project called Safer Moon and how it was supposed to be safer than Safe Moon. The memes and the meme coins are just going nuts right now. They're just too crazy right now. 14,000 people watching. Thanks for tuning in. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel if you missed it. I'm going to summarize it for you. Basically, I believe the real reason why Tesla and Elon's decision to stop Bitcoin as a payment is because it's seen probably by many as dirty, and they want to basically clean their image because they want to apply for this renewable fuel credit that's offered by the Biden administration, which will give them billions upon billions upon billions of credit. So they are one of the companies that's seeking to enter this, and this is probably the reason why. I mean, it makes a whole lot of sense. The other theory is Tesla will come out with some kind of renewable green energy, solar / all of the above mining rig for Bitcoin. I just don't see that happening. If they were going to work on it, this is the worst way to kind of build hype towards that. This is the absolute worst way to build hype towards it. But I think this explains it. But anyways, what has happened has happened. Okay, we're seeing weakness. Yes, we're seeing it. Is this the end of the bull run? No, it's not the end of the bull run. Is this the top? Should you sell it all? Should you panic sell? No, you should not do any of that. You should see this as a gift. Yes, it's irritating that this happened, and Elon probably lost millions upon millions of fans with his decision, but I guess business is business, and he had to do what his board and everyone else forced him to do. So, with that said, the best thing we could do is stay calm, dollar cost average, buy the dips, and hold it. That's it. See this as a buying opportunity. Take advantage of these bargain basement prices. Not really, but at least they're on a discount. And you know what? Take advantage. Dollar cost average in, buy the dips, and just hold them. We know that the bull market is going to continue on. It's going to go higher. The bull market is not stopped by Elon, and things will get better. They will get better, and they will recover. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and make sure you tune in tonight, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Have a good one.